Before picking up Bookshops and Bonedust, I'll admit, I had basically zero experience with the cozy fantasy subgenre. My reading life has been so thoroughly buried in grimdark brutality and sprawling epic fantasies that I'd become somewhat ignorant to stories defined by warmth, comfort, and everyday charm. But when I stumbled upon Travis Baldree's latest, something about it caught my attention. Maybe I was secretly craving something softer without realizing it. In hindsight, perhaps I should have started with Baldree's debut, Legends Lattes, to properly follow publication order. But hey, here we are diving straight into a prequel. My expectations were tempered, mostly because the premise seems so deceptively simple. A wounded orc mercenary befriends a quirky bookshop owner and helps turn the struggling shop around. That's it. Could something so gentle really captivate someone used to darker tales? Well, let's find out. Bookshops and Bonedust follows a spirited orc mercenary named Viv, long before she swaps the adventurer's life for cafe culture and Legends and Lattes. After being wounded on a mission, Viv finds herself stuck recuperating in Merc, a sleepy seaside town where excitement feels a lifetime away. But just when Viv thinks Merc is a dead end town, something unexpected changes everything. Initially restless and frustrating, she soon encounters Fern, a delightfully cranky ratkin running a charming but struggling bookshop. Now, if you don't know what a ratkin is, you're not alone. From the description in the book and the paperback cover art, it's just a bigger than normal anthropomorphic rat, which I guess in a way sounds demeaning to Fern, but I hope you can picture her better now. This chance meeting sparks an unexpected friendship and sets Viv down a path of personal discovery, one she never anticipated needing. Rather than being about epic quests or high stake battles, the story gently explores Viv's gradual embrace of small town life, something entirely foreign to a seasoned warrior like her. We witness Viv discovering not just the cozy charm of books, but also the everyday magic of connecting deeply with others. There is even a heartwarming romance threaded delicately into her journey, adding another layer of gentle charm to the narrative. But beneath this warmth, a subtle sense of urgency emerges, a quiet ticking clock that propels the story forward. It's never a dominant force. This isn't that kind of book. But Baldry still weaves in a hint of mystery and anticipation, building slowly toward a climax that feels exciting without betraying the cozy, comforting tone. Throughout it all, Viv grapples with her own ambitions, slowly confronting the idea that maybe life doesn't always have to be defined by grand battles or dramatic adventures. Sometimes, meaningful moments occur in the quiet exchanges, the shared laughter, and in the peaceful routines of a community you unexpectedly grow to love. If you're looking for a novel that feels like the literary equivalent of a warm hug, then yes, Bookshops and Bone Dust absolutely succeeds. Baldry excels at blunt yet charming characterization and crafts Merc with such authenticity that it immediately resonated with me. As someone who loves visiting small towns, I appreciate Baldry's depiction of local community life, and he nails the subtle magic of recommending books, quiet friendships, and even the delightful awkwardness of budding romances. At one point, I even questioned if I'd been underestimating cozy stories all along. Yet, despite how charming this is, the book didn't entirely capture me the way that I was anticipating based on how many people recommend the series. Part of that, I think, comes down to Baldry's prose style, which is intentionally straightforward and warm, but sometimes left me wishing for a bit more flourish. Something to anchor my emotional investment just a tad bit deeper. The pacing also occasionally drifted into overly leisurely territory, which was cozy but made my attention wander, because in the end, there's really no plot. And when the finale kicked in with some action, it felt almost jarring after the gentle build-up. That said, the book is really satisfying. The conclusion and epilogue here are emotional, heartfelt, and quietly powerful. It really makes me want to read Legends and Lattes. And spoiler alert, I did. If cozy fantasy usually isn't your cup of tea, I'd still recommend giving Bookshops and Bonedust a chance, especially if you're craving a break from darker, heavier narratives. Baldry offers a palate cleanser, something gentle yet substantial enough to linger pleasantly after you've finished reading. Even if you're typically drawn to gritty worlds or complex political intrigue, there's something uniquely comforting here that might surprise you. One of the strengths of Baldree's writing is how well he captures the emotional authenticity of seemingly mundane moments, the delight of discovering a new favorite story, the subtle thrill of a growing friendship, or even the quiet pride in helping someone succeed. If those sorts of understated yet emotionally satisfying experiences speak to you, then you'll find much to love in Viv's journey. Plus, the thoughtful representation, the gentle humor, and the authentic character interactions might resonate deeply, even with readers who typically avoid lighter narratives. Ultimately, while the plot itself isn't groundbreaking, the charm and emotional sincerity more than make up for it. If the idea of spending a few hundred pages wrapped comfortably in small town coziness, warm character dynamics, and the simple joys of bookish community sound appealing, then yes, this book is absolutely worth your time. Ultimately, Bookshops and Bonedust didn't wow me as dramatically as I was expecting, but it still left me feeling thoroughly satisfied. More than that, it convinced me that this world deserves more of my time. I can honestly say I'm excited to continue with the Legends and Latte series, with Brigands and Bread Knives the forthcoming third book in the series. Baldry's cozy magic is undeniably real and very, very welcome. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, family, and even your enemies. Just no spooky necromancers. And of course, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button because every subscriber inches me one step closer to taking over the Galaxies. Until next time, take care, keep reading, and I'll see you in the next one.